And welcome back. First things first, I noticed in the last adventure we had actually forgotten to upgrade 2 of our Cosmows. And since the fleet has just a little bit of money, we may take the opportunity just to take care of that. There really is not a lot else we can do at the moment, is there? I am worried about the speed, however. In this period, in fact, we may start getting rid of our older light cruisers. That may be our next project. Central firing, yeah. Our next project may be deciding which light cruisers we keep or throw out, since the speed has actually climbed up so much. In fact, we may have to replace the entire French fleet, which would be appropriate in the setting, or in the area rather. But one bridge at a time. We will put these in West Africa, I suppose, where they can do some good. Oh, and we will put... You can go to the Caribbean, I suppose. Alright. We might just scrap 2 of these. Yep, scrap them. I am worried for our light cruiser force, since we have so much more capable. 27 knots against 22. Even if we go to the almanac, yeah, see, 28 knots. Even some heavy cruisers are faster than our oldest light cruisers. So we may start the process of replacing those. In fact, we kind of already have. The Abluix, we didn't do a terribly good job designing those. However, we can always fix that later. By making all new ones. Now, we did get an upgrade to what we can put on destroyers, and we may be in need of destroyers shortly, so it might be worth checking that out. They reckon 1 extra gun is all they can fit. I'm somewhat disappointed. 33 knots. Oops. We want no armor. Ooh, but that is with cramped accommodation. We would like normal. What is causing that? I'm going to take off that extra gun. And we'll say 33 knots. And we'll build 8 of those. Austria-Hungary didn't enjoy that for some reason. What's up Austria-Hungary's bonnet? Yes, so as France we do not have access to oil. That is a shame. because we would really, really like some. Oh. Ooh. Only 5.5-inch belt, but it is a battle cruiser. Interesting. Flinger. Yes, so I went through and I have renamed some of our ships for some friends who have asked. So we have the Gunsight one, who is a battleship. We have, if I go down here, the Fian, who is a light cruiser, and the Luca, also a light cruiser. But right now, we will focus on, perhaps we will design a new heavy cruiser. Because our old ones are starting to show their teeth a little bit. Starting to show grey here. Let's take a look at the almanac. What are the British designing? When in doubt, look at what the British have. The British have a 22 knots. Alright. We'll go up to 6 inches in armour. 2-inch deck. We will redraw rather some of we'll try and redraw some of the upper works, however. I'm not particularly a good artist, but we'll do what we can here. A lovely pair of smokestacks. Oh, and we've got the rear castle. So we will put something down there. Nothing particularly fancy. Good. Ooh. Good point, game. Thank you. Oh, okay. are alright. I would like a few more shells. Excellent. This will not be a particularly long-lived. It's not enormously future-proofed. However, it is certainly better than what we have right now. Ooh, the Austro-Hungarians have entered the battleship race. Just what do you have, Austria-Hungary? It's not terribly impressive. It's not an awful design. It's not terribly impressive, however. What can we do to make a battlecruiser? Oh, 8-inch guns. 8-inch guns have really become surprisingly good. I only really want... we may just build one at a time, because I really do want those battle cruisers as fast as possible. Well, we need the money, and we're not terribly annoyed at the Americans. Yes, building battlecruisers is a extremely expensive endeavor. I suspect the Austro-Hungarians will not back down. So we may just start preparing for war. Tunis. So we will start building some airship bases. as our little insurance against any Italian or Austro-Hungarian provocation. They are not cheap though. Indeed they are not. So we'll just start building those for now. Our new battleships may just have to be moved into the Mediterranean. Just so we have a bit of coverage over most of the Mediterranean. I may also build one at Sfax down here, however it's pronounced. Oil, no oil. Ooh, here we go. Superimposed B turrets. Excellent. Angola, like, we don't... Are we really going to start a fight over Angola? I don't think so. Just in time to make most of our current ships obsolete. But now that we have a superimposed B turret, we may put ship design back down to medium. The medium range submarine. Yes, it will be coming time for that shortly. What else can we build? We will have our first redoubtable in 9 months. We may... Where are our submarines? We may just scrap these. We will build some more destroyers. That will Ooh. I'm not really prepared to start a war with with the British and Austro-Hungary at the same time. They have one seaplane tender. Decline gives the enemy 19,000 victory points. Oh dear. It would have been nice to have a bit more time, but they have chosen death. Well, we'll see how much of this battle we can actually do. We have 10 minutes left on the clock. And it is about to become nightfall. So just how long will it? How long will we have until it becomes nightfall? Zero hours and 0 minutes. Go to support. Yeah, I'll be honest. Because we have the advantage. If it was a straight up fight, France would have the advantage. Is it worth risking getting into a knife fight? No. No, I would rather fight during the daytime. And also, the weather is horrendous. It's raining, it's storming. In fact, it's a massive sea swell, so it's a good old... The game has decided on a fine time and place to start a war. The French fleet might decide to turn around and come back when the weather permits. So our ships are starting to get lost. As long as the AI knows to move them in the roughly right direction and not in completely the wrong one. Oh, Chansey. Oh, that's going to be a problem for later. We'll see if she figures herself out. Oh, she has realized her mistake, it seems. Moderate breeze, drizzle, so it's no longer heavy rain, at least. Perhaps more daring admirals than I would choose to attack at night. However, the French fleet doesn't have night training, and also it's actually been a long time since the French Navy has actually had a good fight. So we didn't win anything, but neither did we lose. It looks as if the Austro-Hungarians had enough as well. A uneventful battle. What else are we able to move? Mobilize the fleet. Move ship to the Mediterranean. Luca and Fian, it looks like you're going to have your first little war as well. Luca. Fian, in fact, all of you... Actually, no, just... We will leave 2 in Northern Europe, just in case you get to go have a lovely war in the Mediterranean. Good luck, have fun, au revoir. And I really would like some more destroyer escorts there as well. Trade protection, thank you. We will put a few of these on Raider. You 2 can be on trade protection. So we are just sorting ourselves out here. We'll go to unrestricted, even though the Italians do not like us very much. Yes, so this is why I love submarines very much. We have 30 submarines operational, and they have sunk more than 1 freighter each. Raiders I am not as familiar with. However, they appear to be quite successful. And in the first month, we have... we have gained something of a advantage. Just what is she going to be fighting against? It's 2 ships moving a line. Ooh. Well, Pluton is certainly not going to be able to take on 2 heavy cruisers by herself, even older ones. I don't think the Austro-Hungarian... I don't think anyone quite wants this fight as well, either. And you can see we have our airship base. And our airship base is, of course, launching airships. What else do we have in the area? Because I paid a lot of money for some 12-inch guns, and I'm wondering where they have disappeared to. Well, we aren't really after a fight there. I don't think they are either. We will just keep contact with them. In fact, how fast are those old things? Apparently about 20 knots. Oh. That is our time. We will leave this inconclusive battle for now, and I will catch you next time.